Hello, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is our spring break. We're at the end of this is the end of our 5th term, so we have one more term of what we consider our normal school year. And I'm just gonna give an update, and then also I realized from before when I was talking about all the resources that we used, I did not talk about the digital ones, so we're gonna talk about those in this video as well. So just getting right into it, my son is doing great. This year we've really been focused on him learning how to read, which is going well. We've been using the Bob books that I mentioned from the previous video with his curriculum. I've also been using it's by Duolingo. It's called Duolingo ABC. And I was gonna try to do the intro to show I don't know if you guys can see, but this is the icon for Duo ABC. And that's what I've been using. And so it looks like this. He's on, this isn't picking up, so I don't know if this is gonna work, but that's what it's called. And it teaches letters, pronunciation, and helps him go through and sound things out. We've also been using Khan Academy Kids for him, which he really enjoys that program. He also uses PBS Games. He uses, it's called, what is this called? First Words Deluxe. That's another app that he uses that he enjoys playing with. Maybe if I hold it further back, you can see it. So this one's called First Words Deluxe. All of my kids have used that one. This PBS Video and PBS Games, that's this one. So there's 2 different apps, one for their shows and the other is for their games. The games is the green one, and he enjoys that one. What else does he use on here? Oh, he also uses the education.com app. I think I've talked about this one before. It's actually called Brainsy, but it's connected with our education.com account. And it has math, reading, writing. It also says typing. They don't type on the iPad, they type on our laptop. And all my kids use this one as well. So that's his digital resources. He's been doing really, 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 really good this year. I'm really proud of him. And I think going forward with him, oh, he also is still using the Wipe Clean notebooks and the clock. Pretty much every resource that I pointed out in his previous curriculum for preschool, we use all of it at some point. He touches everything. He is starting to write his letters on his own more. He knows how to spell his name and identify shapes and colors and patterns, and he's just doing really, really well. I'm really proud of him. So that's a quick brief overview of what he's doing and how he's doing. My 3rd grader is much more motivated now. And I think it's because one of 2 reasons. Number one, I let them be bored a lot more than I used to. And I would recommend this for any parent, homeschooling or not. I don't try to plan things for them. I think at the beginning of mid-March, April last year, I felt like I needed to keep their minds occupied because I didn't want them, thinking about all the events of what was going on in the world. And I just felt like if we're engaged, they would have a happier time. But what I realized is when they're bored, they get very creative. So I just let them be bored a lot more. And her boredom actually led to her curiosity, like of wanting to learn things, wanting to know how things are spelled, wanting to solve things, wanting to try things, wanting to create things. And so I think in my last video, I called her my reluctant learner. That is no longer the case. Like, her boredom has blossomed into just this creativity and this thirst for knowledge. So she's doing really well as well. We're focusing right now on time management, teaching time, multiplication, reading comprehension, of course, vocabulary building, of course, and just anything that really, wherever her creativity drives her, that's the direction we go. And a lot of things happen really organically. So like when there's a holiday that comes up, she'll want to know the origin of that holiday, which I think is fantastic. And then we do the research and we find out about it. Or if she sees something, and she'll want to know who invented this, and we do our best to find out. They also watch a lot of how it's made. There's several free episodes on YouTube, and I think it also comes on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. So they really, both girls, and really enjoy watching a lot of how it's made. They also watch different documentaries about animals, and she's had questions a lot about endangered species. Like just the other day, she was asking me about the California condor. So her natural curiosity kind of leads the way into what we're learning, especially when it's outside of the scope of math and reading and writing, because we do still stick with Argo Brothers for that. She also does education.com. She also does typing.com, which is another digital resource, and Khan Academy, a little bit less so for her, but they all have an account with Khan Academy, education.com, and typing.com that they work on. Oh, and my older girls work on coding. So they use Scratch Junior, they use Bloxels. They were using Minecraft just to play, but not so much anymore. Okay, and then for my 6th grader, she is very much interested in being a writer. So she's been writing a story this year, like over time. She'll actually write it down in a rough draft form first, and then she will convert what she's written into typing. And I mentioned that they all have Khan Academy accounts, Scratch Junior accounts, and Bloxels. If anyone's not familiar with Bloxels, this is what it looks like. They'll play Bloxels. We have Bloxels from actually when they actually would send you the tiny little blocks and you could build your characters. They haven't done that part as much anymore, but they still play the app. My oldest also is very musical, so she's still doing piano. We're just doing a lot of free reading. We still visit the library. Our library allows for you to place things on hold and pick them up. We also are doing more logic puzzles and critical thinking, which was another book that I showed from the previous curriculum. So basically we're using everything that I showed and we've expanded to just really allowing for boredom. And I'm using boredom kind of in air quotes, but I don't plan so much anymore. And that has helped me not be so overwhelmed trying to come up with things for them, but also it really does, it's wonderful to tumble down the rabbit hole with them because they are so curious about things just naturally. They'll see what to me might seem like the most mundane thing, and they'll want to know how it got to be that way. Or they'll hear someone say something like, I recently said that you couldn't be on the telephone and the internet at the same time when I was their age, and they were just like confused. What do you mean? Why? Why couldn't you be on the phone and the internet? So we got to talk about that and explore what that means and how technology has advanced. So those are all fantastic just things that we've been doing. And of course, we're still learning languages. My oldest is very interested in Latin now. She's using some Latin phrases in the book that she's writing, which I'm like, hey, you go ahead. I'm all about it. We have a Latin curriculum. I don't think I mentioned this in the previous one. It's the Primero, oh gosh, it's over there. I'll try to, I don't edit videos, but it's a Latin curriculum that I bought on eBay years ago when I was just trying to acquire resources. And when we first started with it, they did not like the DVDs. They found them quite dry, but she does like the flashcards and the workbooks, and she kind of teaches herself. And if she's curious about how it's pronounced, she'll do an internet search of how she should be saying it. But basically, oh, and root words. I think I didn't mention our root word curriculum, but also we've been doing that as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give a brief update. I'm going to try to continue to post more in terms of just what's going on and what we're doing. But if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, let me know, or comment below, and I will just see you guys in the next one. Bye.